Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Shuffle Draft Showdown here with the Wild Pigs in the secondary position challenge. And sitting pretty good at 3-0 right now. Next game is going to be facing off against the Freebooters, currently sitting at 1-2. And we'll have Hiro Masano going on the mound for us, facing off against Olaf Slackoff, as their number 4 is pretty impressive. Things have been looking good for us so far. I'm surprised at the offensive output that we have had. I'm also surprised at our pitching performance. So overall, the team is looking really solid, and let's see if that can continue here today. We are slowly, ever so slowly, making our way through this shuffle draft challenge here. And I apologize again for how slow I have been to getting all these these videos out, but appreciate your patience and understanding. So I am going to set Mario Mustachio here. Let's position swap him with. Wait a second. Where have we had Mario been playing? We didn't put him at third, right? Dion can't play second, so we're DH him. Yeah, so let's do this. It's been a minute for me, so bear with me here. We'll put Mario there. We put Rob Glover at third, I guess. And or would it? Yeah, no, that's our only option there. We do have a weakness there at third, don't we? Unless we put Maggie Rags there, but that won't happen. Let us take Rolf Borgnar out. And here between Benny Balmer and Maggie Rags. Maggie's been producing pretty well, so I'm going to keep her in the starting lineup here. We'll put her in center field, however, today. Unless... yeah, we have to put her in center field because they cannot play center, and the only other option is Benny. So, setting the lineup here. Now that Mario Mustachio is sorted out with his confidence, I'm going to give Dilly Daller the spot at second, or in the second in the lineup here. I'm going to put Tough Lift at number 3. We'll keep Razzie at 4, and then I'm going to move Mario into 5 spot. We'll put Rob at 6, then Hera, and then Batch, and then Maggie Wilson. Or Maggie Rags. What am I talking about? I'm just combining players now. We will see if Hiro Masano can pitch well for us. We weren't expecting much out of Frangipani in our last game, but she pitched pretty well. So we'll see if that can continue in our starting rotation here. Let's pay ball. We head out to Founders Field, home of the Freebooters. They'll have an on-fire Hammerlong Ballo, so that'll be really scary. They have a tense Juice Jackson. They also have a few other notable players that we'll see in the starting lineup here. Kind of a scary team to face off against. And I don't know about anybody else, but my feelings towards Randy Mann are very frustrating because it just seems like he always hits so well against me. Typically in other scenarios, but just always get frustrated when I see him do much better than I feel like he should. Foul ball there. And hard hit ball to left center field. That one's carrying Gonzalo with a really great legs. He's going to be heading into second base, and he'll coast into second with a leadoff double. So that is how the game starts. Randy Mann will now come up, batting .250. No home runs, no RBIs for the second baseman. He has Tier 1 Little Hack, so they have not invested in Scholarly. Hero catching the corner there, 1-1 count. Great speed over at second base. Little Hack will activate here on a 1-2. And late and fouling it off. We'll do it again. Runner takes off for third. in the dirt, but nice scoop from Rob Glover as he's able to get that one. Cannon Arm did activate for Hera, but she did not make a good throw. And Rob Glover was there to help her out. Runner gets caught stealing third. And then a grounder to short will make it 2 outs and nobody on for Juice Jackson, who's tense and hitless so far. He is tier 3 off-speed hitter, so Hero has to be very careful here. Throwing him 2 fastballs to start, or off-speed pitches, 3 off-speed pitches now to start is not a good idea because that happens. Holy shit. That one's a no-doubt shot from the freebooter, Juice Jackson, as he got the off-speed pitch. All 5 pitches, 4 or 5 pitches that he saw in that at-bat were off-speed pitches. Hitless until that home run. And Hiro Masano making a big mistake. Now has to turn around and face Hammerlong Ballo with a .625 average, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, and tier 3 fastball hitter, tier 3 power versus righties. Falls behind 2-0. Hero has to be very careful. He's already tense. Ball outside will make it 3-0. Will he get the green light? He does. It's an off-speed pitch pulled into right field. And Hammer stays hot. 2 consecutive hits with 2 outs for the freebooters, and now Chimo Gaspar comes up. Man, they built this team really well. Tier 3 contact versus lefties not activated, but Tier 3 low pitch could be. Batting 500. Runner takes off for second base. Another cannon arm, and Dilly Daller will slap the tag. Easy play at second base with that cannon arm activating. Hero Ugliums is a cheat code behind the plate. I wish they tracked the assist from the catcher. It would be really nice to be able to see in the stat line in the game how many times a catcher has caught a runner stealing or picked off a runner. Grounder to short. D on base will ground out to for out number 1 here. Wild Pigs already in a deficit, but that has not stopped them in the past. 1-0 here at the bottom of the first. Olaf Slackoff, pretty solid pitcher as your number 4. Pulled foul, and it's going to get down in foul territory. This time stays in fair territory over to Juice Jackson. Ground out will be number 2 for the Wild Pigs, and here comes Tough Lift, batting .625 with 3 home runs so far, 4 RBIs. He has been the big offensive producer for the Wild Pigs. Whiffs on that one, 2-1 count here, and a fastball gets pushed foul. We'll make it 2-2 with 2 outs. Low for ball 3, and it's full. Tough Lift will take a tough look at that one, and that's going to be caught looking for strike 3. So Olaf Slackoff goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. And Chimo Gaspar will have his at-bat reset as he was standing at the plate when Hammerlong Ballo got caught stealing second. A grounder to first on the first pitch, and Tough Lift will step on the bag. That's out number 1. Easy pitch for Masano. And now here comes Joseph Trunk. Good hitter for the Buzzards typically. And a hard hit ball, but right at Dilly Daller will be caught for out number 2. Juan Rojas coming in locked in. Must have made a really great defensive play as he's only batting 143. Of course, we also saw Juice Jackson hitless in 3 games and then turn on 1, so we'll see if that happens here. Nope. Instead, a bloop hit to Mario Mustachio. He'll catch that, and a 1-2-3 response from Hiro Masano. So good recovery after giving up the home run in the first inning. Razzie Dazzler comes in batting .286. She has not been very effective for us offensively. 1 RBI. We'll see if she can turn things around. Slackoff with a lot of gas over there as he's locked in right now. Not much action on his pitches though, as Dazzler will fly out to center field, and Marco DeMarco catches that for out number 1. Mario Mustachio has been a very big disappointment for us. He was drafted very early. He is hitless through 2 games, and he sat out the last one due to being tense. Falls behind 0-2 here, swinging late on the fastball. Doesn't chase out and away. Fouls that one off. Tier 3 volatile for Slackoff has him locked in early. We'll see if he can get to on fire mojo. 1-2. Swinging through strike 3, and Mustachio continues to struggle. We'll see if that helped Slackoff get to on fire. As Rob Glover comes up batting 256. He's been surprisingly productive, or 250, excuse me, surprisingly productive. No home runs, but 3 RBIs. He just missed a home run in his first game, and this very slow dribbler will make it to the outfield, and Randy Mann will haul it in, but it's going to be a 2-out single from Rob Glover, and some speed on the bases now, with Hara coming up batting 500, no home runs, no RBIs, tier 2 off-speed hitter, Slackoff back to neutral mojo as he gave up that hit, and fouling the first pitch she sees off. Ball inside and low. Hara takes ball 2 in the same spot, 2-1 count now. And a good opportunity there for her, but she shatters her bat on a fastball, and that's going to be popped up. Boo Lewis catches that out number 3. So get a single on the base hit from Rob Glover, but still nothing happening here for the offense of the Wild Pigs, at least through 2 innings. So Boo Lewis will come up batting 125. Hiro Masano looking to see if he can get through the 3rd. He's given up a couple of hard-hit balls, but only one has made it out of the park. 1-2 count now for Masano. Closer this game stays, the better chance of choker activating for Masano. Fortunately, it's at tier 1. 2-2 count, and full now for Boo Lewis. Masano trying to avoid losing him as he catches the corner there. Called strike 3. Boo will lose mojo, which is good since he's sitting behind the plate. That arm just got weaker. And Marco DeMarco will come up, batting 333, has tier 3 whiffer with already low contact. We'll see if Masano can get ahead in the count here. First pitch ball, and then a pitch fouled off. Swings through strike 2, and whiffer will put his contact at 0. If he can still get a hold of one, but Masano getting the nice strikeout there. So we bring ourselves to the top of the lineup. Rafael Gonzalo hit a hard double to left center field in his first at-bat to lead off the game. He followed that by getting caught stealing third base. Nice curveball there from Masano. Gets strike 2. Ball outside. Contact versus righty still activated here. Check swing holds, and it's 2-2. And a curveball lofted right behind second base, calling it as Dazzler. She'll catch, I'm sorry, Daller. Yeah, that's probably happened more often, and I haven't even caught it. Give me a counter on how many times I've said Dazzler instead of Daller, and Daller instead of Dazzler. Fetch Wilson's coming up, 500 average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, as tier 2 bad ball hitter. We talked about, did I say home of the freebooters at the beginning of this game? What the heck am I talking about? Founders Field, home of the Wild Pigs. And Batch Wilson gets a single up the middle to lead off the bottom of the 3rd here. Tell I'm struggling a bit. Apologies, everyone. Maggie Rags showing bunt there. She'll do it again, and she gets ahead in the count 2-0. She shows bunt again, pulls back, and it's a strike. She swings away on that one, and she fouls it off, so a 2-2 count. And she'll swing late for strike 3, well behind the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Slackoff gets the strikeout for out number 1. And Dion Bass, who grounded out in his first at-bat, will come up batting 300 at that solo home run to start in the first game of the season. He'll take a first pitch strike here. And a grounder up the middle. And it's going to be 2 on now with 1 out as we head into the heart of our order. Next up is Dilly Daller. She recently hit a grand slam, batting 444 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Has been a surprise producer for us and a good spot for her here. She swings at the first pitch. It's a grounder to second. Easy play from Mann as he gets it over to Gaspar, over to Trunk, and it's a double play. Ends the rally quickly. Olaf Slackoff took care of business there. Despite giving up 2 base hits, he's able to shut it down quickly, and the Wild Pigs remain scoreless here, heading to the top of the 4th. I imagine at this point, Hiro Masano should have a short leash, as Randy Mann hits one, but it's going to be a fly that dies in center field. Maggie Rags, the utility player. Good coverage out there. Juice Jackson hit a home run in his last at-bat. got the off-speed pitch, which he sees another one there. There's a four-seam and a two-seam, and he has not been using them. I'm not sure what's going on here. Jesus Christ. Another home run for Juice Jackson, nearly identical to his first one. And the freebooters are shooting cannonballs out there. 431. Jackson's second hit of the season is another solo home run. Game now extended to 2-0. And again, Hammerlong Ballo now comes up. 1-for-1 with the single. He got caught stealing second. For him, his mojo is still on fire. So despite getting caught stealing, he did not lose any mojo there. Falls behind 0-2. Misano will give up a base hit just over the leaping glove of Dilly Daller. Good effort from her. But Hammer finds himself on base once again.
Number 60, Chimo Gaspar.
Chimo Gaspar comes up 0-for-1. One out. Runner on first with good speed. Ball high and inside. Chimo with tier 3 low. Oh, man, you had Hammer at second base. Low pitch swings at, but it's a dribbler in front of the plate. Hera comes up, throws to first base just to get the confirmed out there. Hero finally gets pulled for Max Texas, but Max Texas with tier 3 crossed up. And instead he gives up a base hit or a hard hit ball to center field, but it's going to hang up for Maggie Rags. And that ends the inning, thankfully. That could have been bad. Max Texas very tired, so I don't think he'll last much longer. But the score is 2-0 as Juice Jackson has provided all of the offense for this ball game. Tough Lift will come in. He's still locked in. Olaf Slackoff stays out there. He's approaching the 40 pitch mark here. And he gets ahead 0-2. Locked in. He struck out Tough Lift in 2 at-bats now. Our best hitter goes down swinging for the second time. And Razzie Dazzler will come up 0-for-1. Swings at the first pitch. Chimo Gaspar dives, and he's able to get it. Jumps up to his feet, throws over to first base in time. That's out number 2. And getting robbed is Razzie Dazzler. So Mustachio comes in. Tough strike call there. There's strike 2. Falls behind 0-2 immediately. Slackoff. Oh, my God. What is he doing? I don't know if I can put him back out there. I might have to pull Mustachio altogether. Just drop him off the team. Not even bringing anybody in to replace him. Just get rid of him at this point. Oh, my God. Mustachio strikes out. That ends the inning, so we've gone through 4 now. Backhand from Glover there. He'll get it over to first in time. That's out number 1. Texas gets a mojo jump there. Blue Lewis is tense after striking out in his last at-bat. Ball inside. Blue Lewis fouls one back. And Max probably not going to be able to last much longer. Medium pressure situation. A 1-2 count here for Max Texas against Blue Lewis. And he strikes out again. Good pitching from Texas there. We saw Marco DeMarco come up, had that whiffer trade activated, and he struck out swinging. See if Texas can do it again. First pitch fouled off. DeMarco fouls another one, and he falls behind 0-2. There's whiffer activated again. Near guarantee he's not going to make good contact here as he fouls another one. And there's strike 3 called, so he doesn't even need a swing. He's going to strike out anyway. DeMarco goes down, and nice pitching from Max Texas. I definitely didn't peg him for getting a full inning of work in, but he was very efficient there in the top of the 5th. And we are running out of daylight here as we are sitting in the bottom of the 5th, still down by 2. Olaf Slackoff putting on a clinic right now. And Rob Glover does it again. He hits one up the middle, another base hit. And with runner on first with nobody out, Hera comes back up to the plate. She's still locked in despite getting out in her last at-bat. See if she can get a hold of an off-speed pitch here. Slackoff with 3 of them. 1-1 count. Runner takes off for second base low. Oh my goodness, that was embarrassing. It was like he was running in quicksand there. He gets caught stealing second, and then Gaspar will toss it to first. Hara loses mojo, and this is so freaking frustrating here. Slackoff still locked in, throwing 50 pitches. Here comes Batch. Takes the ball inside. Batch sitting at a 556 average now. Fouls one back. Just missing that one. Hard hit ball, but tailing foul and out of play down the left field line. 1-2 count now for Batch Wilson against Slackoff. Throws him the oh no, off-speed pitch there. Fooled him and strikes out swinging to end the inning. So we hit to the top of the sixth, the last of this game. And it's going to be 1-2-3 for the Freebooters. I hope we pull Max Texas here. We will. Maximo Primo finally comes in. Best pitcher by far right here. And contact versus righties will come up. Or we'll activate here for Gonzalo again. 1-1 count. Takes strike 2 on the curveball. Fouls one back. Late swing, just protecting the plate there. And Gonzalo will take ball and high and in. Strike 3 called on the curveball. Gonzalo loses his mojo. And Randy Mann will come up with 1 out. 0 for 2 today, batting 167. First pitch strike, another curveball there. Little hack will activate. Primo hitting the corners. A grounder up the middle. Mustachio dive wizard, not even close to making the play at first base, as he had to go a long way to catch up to that one up the middle. It's going to be an infield single with 1 out, and Juice Jackson now coming up. Oh my goodness, here we go. Juice off speed pitch, and he fouls it off. Why are we throwing him off speed stuff? Ball low, just misses the bottom of the zone. Another off speed pitch sent into center field. Maggie Rags on it. She catches that one right off the shoe tops. I thought it was getting down. He loves that right center field spot. Juice Jackson finally gets out, and he is going to be heading back to the dugout with 2 outs. Here comes Hammer Long Ballo. 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Power versus righties activated. Fastball hitter activated. Still on fire. 2-1 count here. Primo, 15th pitch right here. Jesus. Deepest part of the park. Maggie Rags chases it down, and it's going to get out anyway. I mean, I thought it was a no-doubt shot at first, but then it just looked like maybe he got underneath it too much. 445 for Hammer Long Ballo, his second home run, 7th RBI. A 2-run shot makes this 4-0, and all but done are the Wild Pigs. Chimo Gaspar will come up, and he's locked in. Made a nice diving play, I believe, in the last game, or in the last inning. Oh, 1-2 count here. Primo is tense. Low pitch, it gets fouled off. I don't know what they were doing. Here's the 20th pitch for Primo. But it was like the pitching staff was so confused as to what to do. Nice play from Tough Lift. He gets his mojo back to locked in on a nice leaping grab there down the first baseline. But a 2-run shot from Hammer Long Ballo, and the 2 big boppers in the lineup have done all of the damage they need to do. Maggie Rags will come up. Randy Mann will get replaced by Izzy Baker, defensive play over there at second base. Maggie's going to hit for herself. We're not going to go with a pinch hitter here. Benny Balmer, nothing, no. Maggie Rags will fly out to Marco DeMarco in center field for out number 1. Dion base comes up 1 for 2. See if he can reach base, but we'll need a lot of help here with 1 out. Swings way late there. Slackoff still locked in. What the hell were you doing there? Dion base swings through a pitch way out of the zone. Not even competitive, but he swung at it anyways. We're down to our last out. Dilly Daller 0 for 2 today. We put her in a position to try and help us out, but she has not done it in this game. Neither has anybody else, so I can't put the blame on her. 1-2. Pop foul. Slackoff will get a grounder to short, and he gets a complete game shutout. So Olaf Slackoff, phenomenal performance, giving up only 4 hits, I believe no walks, and shut down a Wild Pig offense that just blew up in the last game against the Blowfish. 4-0 victory for the Freebooters. 4 runs on 7 hits, 0 runs on 4 hits for the Wild Pigs. Offensively, we had 2 hits from Rob Glover in his 2 at-bats, base hit from D on base, and then Batch Wilson there, but that was it for us. Abysmal performance as we saw Mario Mustachio go for 2 with 2 strikeouts, Tough Lift go 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, a handful of other strikeouts scattered around. On the other side, comes down to 2 for 3 day from Juice Jackson, 2 home runs, both solo shots. Hammerlong Ballo, he was on fire, and it showed 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a 2-run homer. Scoring was Randy Mann on that one as he reached base. Gonzalo with a hit, and that was literally it for offense on the freebooter side. So it wasn't much better outside of those 2 batters there, right in the middle of the lineup. Masano, honestly, he pitched well. I don't fault him for this. He goes 3 2/3. He gives up 5 hits, 2 earned runs. It was the 2 solo home runs to Juice Jackson, and he struck out twice. I mean, honestly, or he struck out 2 batters. Honestly, the only thing I fault him for was throwing those off-speed pitches to Juice Jackson. What a mistake there. Max Texas was great still. He goes 1 1/3, getting 2 strikeouts and not allowing a batter. Maximo Primo, why were you throwing fastballs to Hammerlong Paulo? He went 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, a 2-run homer, and 1 strikeout. Olaf Sykov, of course, the player of the game here. Complete game shutout, giving up 4 hits, striking out 7. He gets the win in his first start of the season. He should get the number 1 spot here. Juice Jackson on there as number 1, Olaf number 2, and Hammerlong Ballo number 3. Literally the only thing that happened in this game were those 3 players playing the game. Everybody else was just non-existent. Quickly simming up to our next game, and you'll see that we are still sitting in first place despite the loss, tied with the Hot Corners, but we will have a +3 run differential on them to keep the number 1 spot. Herbisaurs, Moose, and Freebooters all sitting at 2 and 2 now, all 1 game behind us. So very tight cluster right there in the Beast division. You can see the Boss division kind of sitting in the same boat over there. 3 teams at 2 and 2, and 2 teams at 1 and 3. So interesting standings so far. Still early in the 1/4 of the way through the 16-game season. And next time out is going to be a hell of a pitching matchup between Maurice Brick and Ace Von Asen. Out of curiosity, I wanted to see what Ace did in his first start. I can't remember. He gave up 3 earned runs in 3 2/3 innings. So yeah, the ERA not looking good. 6 hits and 1 walk. He gave up 2 homers. So he has given up the long ball. We're going to see if he can avoid doing that in the next one. They'll have Jock Sports Tense. They'll have Hieronymus Jackson. They'll have Run to Third. Scary lineup there. Let's see what ours will look like. I'm so used to doing the suggested lineup there. I'm gonna. Maybe Mario just needs a break, so we're gonna put him in the DH spot. We'll let him avoid. See, he's such a good defender, though. Yeah, let's try this out. Nobody did anything, so there's nothing for me to say would be a good idea to move around. Let's try this. Yeah, let's try this lineup next time out. You'll see that Hera getting tired. We'll see if she can last for. Well, she'll last for this next game. We'll see if she's tired for game 6 as well. And then at that point, we're probably going to have to go to JYJ. Oh, behind the dish. Yep, that's what happened. We didn't have another backup catcher that we were able to draft in the shuffle draft, so I had to take the worst of the options that were available. Actually, I think it was the only option available. But either way, that's where we will leave things off. An abysmal loss to the Freebooters, and we're going to see if we can take it out on the Sawteeth, who are sitting at 1 and 3. Volatile for Maurice Brick, so if we can pounce on him early, we might be able to capitalize and get him tense, and then hopefully even worse than that. We'll see what happens next time out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.